Yo, 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 what's up, y'all? Welcome to another week of Taking High Ground Fridays. A new season just dropped today. It's going to be a whole lot of conversation on that. And obviously, we're going to have recent pickups and we're also going to have a good amount of verses, some very interesting ones in between there as well. So let's get into it. My name is Rob. How you doing, bro?
I'm good. How are you guys doing? What's up, Inky? I don't ever know how to say. Is that Jerry? JRY?
I say JIY.
Richard, Nichols, Matthew Fair, Mike, Mile High,
What's
Andrew.
up? What's up?
What's
What's up?
going on? I just so I was half expecting no one to show up so they'd be playing.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I thought
yeah.
people would be playing Fortnite. When I woke up this morning though, no trouble logging in
No, no cue.
and no queue, and it didn't seem to get the spike a new season usually gets.
hmm
Uh, what are your thoughts on that?
My first thought was so I'll be honest. So going, let's call it Thursday night. I was a little pessimistic on how good that I loved what we seen of the build up to it, like the the trailer and all of that. The little like what was it like 12 seconds or something like that, and
You talking about when
you
the ship came in
yeah,
with
like
the
I love when
smoke?
they showed that. I love when they showed that on Wednesday and Thursday. I like that, right? But my problem was when I seen that, I knew there was going to be no connection from the end of the story from the last end of the story to the next one. I knew it was going to be no merge. And technically, I guess they can build up to that and they can merge that in as time goes on. But I knew it wasn't going to be as seamless as it used to be. I was hoping that it would be that way. But when I woke up, it was very different this time. Like I was like, all right, this is dope. I got on
Yeah,
probably
that's
one
a
time,
that's a
but
good point. I feel like
yeah,
every Fortnite season in the past, like let's go back to like OG,
yeah,
it was slower.
yeah.
And the change was slower, but like
hmm
it happened during the season. Like
Right.
this season it was the entire like gods thing for
Yeah.
the entire time, and then
Yeah.
you wake up and it's a whole different thing versus like, hey, you see this meteor coming
hmm
bit closer, 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 or like you see the cube moving
hmm
throughout the season making these changes, and then it makes sense at the end that this has all happened.
Yeah.
um we didn't really get that.
Yeah.
It's
And I guess the last thing on that was I knew it was different when I seen Chaos Agent on Thursday. I think Thursday when they dropped that.
mhm.
I seen Chaos Agent, and initial response was I was excited. Then the second response was like, okay, but what are they going to do with that? Like, what's going to happen with Chaos Agent? Is there going to be anything else? And so I'm hoping that we'll see something when it comes to Chaos Agent. That's something I always look forward to when everybody looks forward to when somebody else comes in. Uh, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, so they brought Mighty's back for the last season,
hmm
and then they teased Chaos Agent. When I saw that, I thought it was cool. Basically, like he was using Chaos Agent
hmm
in some way for all his like whoever that guy is, the tech
Yeah.
advancement, whatever he's doing. But it wasn't in a way that makes it's not going to make sense,
Mm-mm.
right? It like I don't know what they're doing with those. Those are two characters that had heavy lore theories
Yeah.
that were like intertwined, and they kind of brought them back season after season. And I don't
You
know, it's kind of confusing.
you know what I feel like? You know how I know you've seen this because we're in comic books as well, but you know how you see so many of the comic book fans complain about when somebody else handles a character that we've already
Yeah,
known. That's kind of what I felt like when it came to Chaos Agent. I'm like, yo, don't just dish him off to the side like that. Don't just like bait him in there like this is Chaos Agent we're talking about. You know what I mean? Like so hopefully that does play out still given time. But it was a little different. I can be honest. It looks like the season, like the actual gameplay could be fun. We talked about before we went
the
live.
the
I only got a
POIs.
game in, but yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
So
already got one game in. I died to a freaking car with a turret on it. Somehow, like it killed me in like half a second.
yeah,
Um, but the POIs look great. I like
yeah,
them. I just wish like it was old Fortnite where like you knew you don't know the story behind it, but you were watching the island change, and now
yeah,
the island just changes like it's a game update. Hey, we have a new
yeah,
map.
yeah.
Um, I will say that, and this may be controversial, but I like this battle pass more
Then what? The
so
last one?
far. Yeah.
Oh yeah, by a long shot. It's not even close. I
I
didn't.
feel like a lot of
Yeah,
people like the last one.
yeah. I wasn't really a fan of it. I it's it. I think that it was. you know what I'll say? What I liked about the last one is that it was fully conceptualized. Like it was cohesive completely. This one is as well, but I did like that about the last one. This one is a lot more fun though. I think this one feels like uh chapter 1 season 8 to me. You know, you got
Well,
the
I feel like this. I feel like it has a good balance of like the meme skin. It's
Mhm.
got the. I like that they brought her back
Yeah.
at what like elite agent used to come at, or sparkle specialist in that
Mhm.
70 to 80 range. I feel
Yep.
like a lot of these have been given out early, and the secret stars are later.
Mhm.
So I like that they put her in that. They put her past this guy. I
Yeah.
don't remember his name.
That's a good
Um,
point. That's a good point. I like that.
mhm.
Yeah, like having that, you know, pretty much the skin that they know is going to be popular deeper into the
Yeah.
battle pass instead of for just a tier 1 or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, yes, I like that. I agree, Mile High. I know not everyone here is gonna like agree, or they may be like, "Hey,
Yeah,
just let him go." But Rob and I miss Donald
yeah,
Mustard.
we on the
It's
same
the
page with
signs
that
are
one.
showing really early in the small details.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, the overall gameplay is great. I mean, so far, I only played one game, but it looked good. I don't know about the cars yet. I have to like adjust to that.
Yeah.
Um, and I still, it's just there's the small details that just don't feel the same.
And
I'm hoping Rob was saying this before we got on. We
mhm,
have no idea what he's working on. The Charlie Wynn, the new
mhm,
creative director. I'm hoping it's something good.
yeah.
I have no idea.
It feels, you know, cuz like what it feels like to me is like where I want to give him time to show that his creative process may be different. You know what I mean? I don't want
Mhm.
to, like we said, I don't want to hold him to Donald Mustard's standard of the way he shows his creativity or the way he shows his movement and progression in the story. I want to give him time to do that. It may take, I mean, let's be realistic. You know, Donald Mustard had this idea for a while, but we didn't see the story unfold technically until chapter 1, season 4. So I think giving him time to figure out exactly what he wants to do and the way he wants to do it, I can give him that for sure. You know, I'm not going to
Do
be too
you
stingy out here.
do you think he's completely getting rid of the idea that the island is the main character?
Maybe not completely getting rid of it, but not being as vocal on the way you know what? That's I'm glad you said that because somebody asked, how did Magneto get here? Like, you know, like how did he get here?
Hmm.
Is it the same way? Is it or is it just
They
is
just
he in the
threw him
battle
in.
pass? Yeah, you know, so that's a
Or
good point.
what about the other gods from last season?
Yeah. Yeah, like is it the same process and he just doesn't make it as because it was known that they were coming through the rift, how they were getting there. Um, that
We
has
haven't
not been
seen
as
rifts.
present.
We haven't
Mm-mm,
seen rifts.
mm-mm,
and and right now, literally nothing about Magneto at all,
mm-mm.
except for this trailer that he's in here with powers.
Now, if we go based off of what was leaked, I'm assuming that we won't know more about him until towards the mid to end season because the next season, I guess, is supposed to be heavy Marvel or whatever the case may be. So maybe that's the case, but as of right now, it seems like uh we may not know how they actually get on the island. So yeah.
My biggest fear is that Charlie Wynn, as a creative director, doesn't focus on story at all. Like they just get rid of story, and the creative director is more focused on design and picking characters and bringing them in. So more
Yeah.
like a game creative versus like the story creative.
Mhm,
And that's my biggest fear because I think they had something special. If you look at these movies that are coming out for like The Last of Us, and you look at which that one I think has a little bit more of a story. But if you look at Fallout, they didn't really
mhm,
have a story, and that they have to come with it in the fly and make them. Like
mhm.
Fortnite didn't have to do that; they were building as they were going along. But if they
Yeah,
do that in the future, now they're gonna have to come up with something
yeah.
because it's just been cast to the side.
No, but I mean, you said that from the moment the news dropped that Charlie Wynn was taking over. You were saying that you know, based off of, you know, his resume and things like that. And, you know, I really want to give the benefit of the doubt. You know, I was on the opposite side of that. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
maybe he has just a different way. You know what I mean? Everybody has a different way. And I was hoping that was the case, but it's looking more like, you know, you know, what you originally said, that he was hired for a reason. And I'm not trying to I'm just saying that's what it looks like right now. That can completely change. But that kind of is tough because Now, okay, matter of fact, let me say it this way. Where it could be a positive is that they put people in position to tell those stories. What I mean by that is, okay, Charlie Wynn won't be working with Crystal Gage on the comic book side. Somebody will be hired to work on the comic book side. Or if that's the case, if comic books come back out, things like that. I think if he is what we think he is right now, maybe people will be put in place to run those things compared to where Donald Mustard had the vision to be a part of each and every one of those sections of time.
I mean, I think that like in the future, like if Mario's getting a movie and they come up with a story for Mario, right? And they come up
Uh,
with all these different movies. I mean, Zelda's getting its own movie. It's like, of course, like Fortnite, which has been one of the most popular games of all time for the last 7 years straight,
yeah,
right? It's like even right now we're saying like, hey, they didn't get a huge rise in players, but we're talking about 2 million consecutive players at once,
right.
right? And which game of the year? What was it?
Cyberpunk or something like that.
Cyberpunk never had more than 200,000, and it won awards for being the best game or whatever. So let's keep it straight. Like we have to keep that in perspective.
Yep.
I think what this says is that we won't be getting that content sooner. With what Donald Mustard was doing, getting comics, getting shows sooner was a possibility because they were building as they were going along, right? They
Hmm.
were like in the moment,
Yeah.
like it's like we were living it, so we could see the show too. I think that those may have to wait like 10 years.
Yeah.
Like we might
Yeah.
have to wait till like the popularity
I
actually
was thinking of that.
fizzles out, and
I was
that kind of
actually
sucks
thinking
for
of that.
us. But that might be
Hmm.
what we have to do for like movies, shows, and more comics.
Yeah.
Um,
It's
Hey, but by then all the comics are going to be gone. So if you have your comics, hold them. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So it'll
It
be interesting, to
that's
say
a
the
great
least.
point. I was thinking of that. It's the gift and the curse of being, I guess the saying we're early is kind of romanticized. Because if we're truly early, more than likely there's going to be a dead space where it feels like we were wrong, if that
Oh
makes
yeah,
sense. You know what I mean? Like that's how it's always been. If you look at anything, that's the way it looks. And then it kind of clicks for the masses, and then they go back and be like, well, this is what it was before, and the was before would be us, the hobby, and whether everybody's still here or not, that's the way that's what it is when it comes to we're early. It's
and
for a long time,
it's funny you
it's
say
weird.
that.
Yeah.
I was listening to a business podcast, or it's actually an investing podcast,
Hmm.
and they were talking about the bus always comes around twice or whatever,
Hmm.
and they're saying, yeah, everyone thinks they're early, and then they missed it, and then that bus comes back around,
Yeah.
and then they miss it again, but like it always comes back, and I
Hmm.
think that's what's been happening for us is like, yeah, we're early, like the first 10 years is going to be early.
Hmm.
Potentially, right? And that's not just cards, because like I think cards can pop off whenever. I think people talk about like no one knows about them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like comic wires and stuff like that, the longer it takes for them to figure this out, the less that's going to be available out there. The more that gets lost and the worse
Mhm.
damage they get. So for collectors, that's kind of good for the people. But I think
Y-
the term "we're early" is going to be not just now; it's going to be the next couple years. Getting
Yeah.
in, you're early.
Yeah,
So
because that's so true. And I think to your point, I think what we have to think about as well is the fact that the right person for the job of, let's call it, cards, comics, and any other collectible that's tied to Fortnite, they just might not be there yet. Like I really, we talked about it a couple weeks ago, where it's gonna have to be somebody that went through this experience with us, like that was a part of
mhm.
the 2017 to 2018 rise, that felt what Fortnite was, because Donald must have created it, but that next person, if they experienced it, then they might have a whole different perspective, and they heard exactly what the communities were talking about. And I think when those right people come through, that's when, we don't know how long that's going to be, but that's when I think that next wave will come, because we all know that all it has to do is, only thing that has to happen is for Fortnite to drop, and it sells. It's that simple. If Fortnite drops, it
Yeah.
sells, but it just has to actually drop for that to happen.
Yeah, I think the biggest takeaway for me for this season is less focus on story going forward
Mhm.
and more focused on metaverse games and marketing for them. That's what it sounds like, which I actually think works for cards
Yeah.
because like they're just creating more and more characters of cards versus focusing on the same characters for
Hmm.
storytelling. So I think that benefits the cards. I think it just gonna hurt the comics in the short term.
It was a comment on a video that struck me, and I won't give my opinion immediately. I'll just throw it at you and hear what you think about it. But just how you said it can be good for the cards. The person said they were talking about the most iconic skins in Fortnite. So I'm just just
Wait,
watching Fortnite
did I
content.
read the same comments as you? I don't even know what this is from, but keep
Yeah,
going.
yeah, yeah. And
It sounds like something I read.
he said that there will never be another iconic skin after chapter 2. So after chapter 2, which I technically don't agree with, but I kind of agree with, if that makes sense. But he said there
The
won't be any
definition of
more.
iconic is the issue there. That
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. And the only reason why I feel what he's saying is because the thing that connected us to, now a skin can be iconic to you as in your main skin, but I think the masses, like, so we're talking about the Midas,
I
Renegade,
think if it's
Achilles.
iconic, it can't just be like your personal preference, your main
Right,
skin.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if it's iconic, it has to represent that IP
yeah.
to
Mhm.
like the masses. I think that's what makes
Yeah.
it iconic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's hard for me to say that because a lot of the 7 was in chapter 3. But at the same time, they really never got their true moment. But if you group them together, I guess they're, but I can see where he was going with that because we see it in the cards all the time. We know the iconic cards, right?
Yeah.
And it's like it takes so much to infiltrate that tier of a card or a skin or a character for that matter. Um, but the way Fortnite is going in general, yeah, if they don't treat their characters right, yeah, iconic natures of skins and characters could really go out the window.
Yeah, and I think that person might be on target with that. Like I
Hmm.
think it's gonna be hard. I mean, Fortnite's been around 7 years now, going on
Yeah,
8. Um, so yeah, it's kind of like they already have their iconic characters,
right.
right? They've like had 300 million players up to now. Like the characters that are iconic to Fortnite are pretty much set.
Yeah,
Um,
because OG and nostalgia is different from iconic. You know what I
yeah,
mean? There's a lot of OG and nostalgic skins and characters, but iconic is a whole different category, and there's really not that many characters in that category. So yeah, it would be hard for them. Like I think they would have to treat, if I'm being honest, they would have to treat those characters the way Donald Mustard treated Midas. The way he treated Midas, the way he treated those characters, Agent Jones, it would have to take that. And even then, is the attention span, is the care still there for it to be iconic? And even some of those characters weren't iconic because of the story, they just were, they just were beloved.
I saw the comment said not another bright bomber skin. We've seen that a billion times.
Ain't that
And
crazy?
everyone's like, and then every comment after that was like, yes, another one. She's the best skin. She's most iconic, and they were all going on after her. I have to
Mhm.
agree. Like that got me the most excited about the season is that skin.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
the rest I don't really care. I mean, the mechanic, the Jules one's kind of dope. Got that first.
Hmm.
That's gonna be pretty sweaty probably, but
Yeah,
I want the bright renegade. I think it's dope.
yeah. No, those two are definitely dope. My favorite out of that. I like Rust as well, but the remix of Rustler, I like it with the helmet on, because I actually like X Lord as well. Like I really like that skin.
I
Um,
rocked X Lord
yeah,
for a
yeah,
little bit of time. Surprisingly, in the right. I don't know what it did it for me. I think it was like the fake Nikes that he had on.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I don't know what it was, but
yeah,
I liked X Lord, and that's why I almost like people have been selling that shard super cheap. Like I saw it
yeah.
for like $25 in a PSA
Hmm.
9.
Yeah,
I was like $25. That's I might get that, but then I haven't worn it in so long. I was like, no,
yeah,
I'll pass on it. But I
yeah,
did wear them for a good bit.
yeah. That Bright Renegade, that one hits though. That's the best skin in the battle pass by far.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to get some games in to see what it's like. I
Yeah.
do think my trend for playing mostly creative is gonna stay that way for a while.
Hmm.
Especially if it's lots of gimmicky stuff like cars and things like that.
Hmm.
I don't know that they're looking at the analytics hard enough. Yeah, those things are fun, but like remember OG?
Hmm.
Like the OG Fortnite, while it was difficult, them putting all these like fancy things in here and like overly powerful and crazy different weapons
Yeah.
isn't fun to me. It's like these maps that I play. Some of my friends play Go Goated,
Hmm. Yeah, I
and
know that one. Yeah, yeah.
they have the rail gun in there, and it
Hmm.
shoots through walls and
Yeah.
kills you through the wall.
Yeah.
or the Chains of Hades. I was playing with Westrom and Wayne the other day,
Mhm.
and we were playing. I don't know if it was zero build. I can't remember. I think we were playing builds. Anyway, I they were playing pubs, so I said, "All right, I play pubs with them." I go in there and I died from the Chains of Hades through like three different actual building walls.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
"What the heck is going on? Like these weapons make no sense." So I'm not a huge fan of that. I think that when they do the OG season again or this chapter two, I think there will be an uptick.
Mhm.
Question is, like, are they listening to that? Are they figuring out why?
Yeah. You know what
It's gotta be
scares
more
me?
than just nostalgia because they kept it on. Like when the
Yeah.
OG happened, yeah, there's a big bump from nostalgia, but people stayed.
Mhm.
And why
Mhm.
was that? It's because the gameplay was not it was fun, it was not as like OP and you didn't feel like you were being cheated. I
Yeah.
feel like that's what's happening a lot in these current
That's yeah, that's a
games.
good point. So the retail mind in me came when you brought up the OG season. The reason
Mhm.
why is I don't know if you noticed, it seems like all the OG seasons or the renditions, whatever they do in the future, it's gonna be for the December season. That's when the most people have money, they're getting gift cards, they're getting all of this.
Mm.
So what I'm thinking is, unfortunately, they analytically they might only have to knock one season out of the park, right? For it to make sense based off of what they see. Like, you think about what happened during that OG season. That covered everything. Like that was those numbers were through the roof. You have two, let's say two solid quarters, and then that last quarter you knock it out the park. You did your job for that year. And I hope it's not something like that, because that's what it feels like to me. And I just hope that's not the case.
And we have to be careful because like we said earlier, they're averaging 1.5 to 2 million concurrent players.
Yeah,
Like that's not shabby. It's just like
yeah,
we know where their potential can be. But like I am seeing a lot of like creative. I think it's like 45% now.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's that
It's
high.
pretty. It's pretty high. It's
I
pretty
was
high.
looking at it's getting pretty high on the usage rate, and
But that's
which
what they
is
want.
great. That's I
That's what.
mean I think that's what they saw they needed to do to like
Hmm.
survive because they're still putting out games. Um, do you think they're going to, let's say, Rocket Racing, right? Because you're a big
Hmm.
fan of Rocket Racing.
Yeah,
I was noticing it was at like 3 or 4K.
yeah.
Like,
About
there's
yeah.
like a lot of maps outperforming it in creative.
Hmm.
Um, do you think that eventually they might stop supporting it?
I don't know. Well, we talked about. I think Rocket Racing is amazing. And it's not really biased. It's just more so. I think people come for battle royale or that form of gameplay, and I think the way it was rolled out alongside of Legos, it never stood a chance when it came to
Yeah.
competing against those ones. Festival, I think if Festival and Rocket Racing came out by themselves, I genuinely do think that Rocket Racing could have competed with that. Now, what we're talking about right now, I think they'll stop supporting anything that doesn't perform. That's just where they are. We heard Tim Sweeney say that. Uh, I believe though, if they actually put a little bit more effort into it and did what we thought they were going to do, I think Rocket Racing could really be
I
very
was
well versed.
excited for Rocket Racing, and then it came in. It just didn't mess with me personally. I know like Jake and you like liked it a lot.
Yeah,
Um,
and
and
it.
I used to play racing games. I thought I don't know, it just didn't do it for me. But I think that this new season, with it being so car focused, is their
Mhm,
push to get people to buy more cars from the item shop. Is
mhm,
their push to get people maybe back into rocket racing, maybe intertwine it at some point.
yeah.
So I think this is the season, that if it doesn't work out, it might get the back
Well,
burner.
it's not. See, the thing is with that is that really doesn't connect it, because Rocket Racing has its own seasons. So
Yeah,
Rocket Racing season, it come. See, the thing is, from my opinion, right? I don't think they'll make. I think this one is more so, okay. They won't make their money based off of the item shop for Rocket Racing, right? I think it's gonna be getting people to continuously play it, and that's the problem. Like, I don't think it's gonna be, because the cars, realistically, there's not enough that makes you want to buy consistently when it comes to the cars. Even though I do, but that's just because I like rocket racing. But for a casual, let's say a casual rocket racer, but I think for them, if they can make it more competitive, like give more incentive the same way that you have with FNCS and things like that, truly make it competitive, then it will be there because the Rocket League players is really what they're the ones that's at the top tier. The Rocket League players, they crossed over, started playing Rocket Racing, and then you have some of the Fortnite players. So if they make it competitive like Rocket League, I think that's when it'll be successful. Now, if they have that
What
in the
was
plans,
what
I'm not
was
sure.
Rocket League's numbers like? Do you know? Like how popular?
I'm not sure on that one. That's a good question.
I'm trying to look here. Oh, let me see if I can find it. Because that would tell us like how good they're doing compared. Okay, let me
Well,
see.
and
When
also,
was it? Oh yeah, I'm looking here. Okay, so their peak players, let's say 2019,
mhm,
2020, 100,000 was their peak for Rocket League.
yeah, sounds about right.
Um, okay, and so like their average players was like 18 to 40,000.
And the
So I guess it's
problem,
not doing that bad. I guess it's not doing
yeah.
that awful compared to those numbers.
Well, the problem is that the Rocket League players are resistant against Rocket Racing because Rocket Racing took away from Rocket League. So
Hmm.
they cut off trading in Rocket League because of Rocket Racing. There's no more updates in Rocket League because of Rocket Racing. So there's people that's resistant. I feel like if Rocket League still got updates and Racing was released, it would have been a smooth transition, but that's just not what the case was.
So here's the numbers for Rocket League.
Yeah.
All time peak was 146,000. I don't know what the all time peak was for Rocket Racing, but
Yeah.
you get 24-hour peak is 30,000. So I feel like they're actually not doing that bad if you compare. If you're not comparing it to a shooter game, you compare
Right.
it to a racing game. They're actually
Hmm.
doing pretty solid.
Yeah.
Um, so
It's gonna be very hard to take away from battle royale players and create screw battle royale players, creative players. That's where people are.
well, you
People are
can
in
create your
creative.
own maps now, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And
and
same thing with
people are making
Legos.
great ones. Yeah.
So oh, also, I'm glad it looks like we got 17 people here. I didn't bring this up with Rob yet, but for everybody that posted in here for the giveaway,
Hmm.
we are going to run that
Yep.
tonight.
And then you can
Um,
pick which one you want.
if they're here, right? Or
Yeah,
I guess they can reach out to
they
you.
can reach out. Yeah.
Okay, on Discord. So if you guys did this in the giveaways on the Discord, we're gonna run this tonight with the names that are on here. Okay, we're gonna do a duck race.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that. We're always good with our duck races. That was
So
just a
so
preemptive.
so have you noticed before we get into recent pickups, anything that you notice like hobby wise, market wise, or anything that sparked your interest lately?
I mean, I've seen some comments. I saw some stuff in the Facebook group. People were talking about that like it kills the hobby because no one knows about the Fortnite cards and things
Hmm.
like that. And it's like, man, we really need this to grow. And it's like for the longest time, collecting has been like a solo thing,
Yep.
and like you don't need. It's fun. Like we have our community here, and it's fun for it to grow and stuff like that. Um, I think we just need more sets, and people keep trying to come up with ideas and stuff like that, and saying like
Yeah.
only if more people knew about it and stuff like that. It's just gonna take time. I think a lot of people are like stressing over that kind of stuff. It's a
Hmm.
very long road, and like just collect and have fun. That's what I've noticed. It's just like it's gonna get there eventually, and
Yeah.
if not, just have fun while you do it. I'm just waiting for a whole new set. That's all. That's literally the main thing. It's just we need new sets. We need some
Yeah.
life brought into it. Um, that's
Yeah.
pretty much the only thing I've really noticed.
Yeah. No, that's a good one. I Mine is more so. I noticed that there's only been three PSA 10 Black Knight Hollows USA in 2.5 years, almost 2.5 years.
There's been how
That's
many?
There's only been two PSA 10 Black Knight Hollows. I use Gem Rate. They have this. Uh, Gem Rate has a card trends, so you can go and check card trends, and you can go all the way back to like the through the grading report. And so I just did a fast scroll, and I'm look because it's at 20. So I'm doing a fast scroll from 19, 17, 18. My bad, it was four graded over the past 2 years that hit a PSA 10, and I think that is insane. The reason why I brought that up is because I think that is a snapshot of the hollow market in general for
Hmm.
series one. And I know everybody has their grading preferences. So whether it's BGS, SGC, tag, whatever, anything else, I'm just using PSA as an example here. It I we talked about it before. I think people are really forgetting of how difficult it is to put certain cards when it came to series one USA hollows. And another thing I'll add on to that is I think if you're waiting for a series one USA hollow and you're not picking up a Brazil of your favorite card or a Italy of your favorite card, I think that's a mistake as well, because they're not crystal shards where the print looks different. One is darker, one has a little bit more green in it like Italy, but the hollows are the hollows. And I think if you don't have that card yet, you should probably consider that, just based off of
So
the prices that's
so
available.
product is drying up, whether you think it's not. I
Yeah.
mean, eventually it will dry up, right? And the pull rates for hollows, epics, and legendaries were tough.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, especially hollows. Like
Yeah.
we know this. We've talked about the fat pack era, right? Of us ripping thousands and thousands of fat packs for hollows. Those eras are done.
Yeah.
Eventually, cracked ice will be done too.
Yeah.
Since we're talking about pop, Renegade Raider Reloaded
I just was
has
looking at that.
has 5 PSA 10s.
Mm-hmm.
232 have been subbed.
Mm-hmm.
That's some crazy numbers.
That's insane.
I
What is
thought
that?
if
A
we
little
got
over 2%? If
dude,
that, what is that?
that's like 2.5
Yeah,
or no,
yeah.
2.4 or 2.3%. I
Mm,
mean, what? So when I used to talk about running a Raider and like it being a hard gym rate,
yeah,
I honestly didn't think it'd be 5 of 232. I thought maybe 5 of 80, you know what I mean? Maybe around
yeah.
there. It's kind of like mind blowing. Now there's a lot of packs out there, so I have no idea how high that number will go, but that's like crazy to me.
No, that
Um,
is a crazy one.
that's pretty crazy. But you talk about the hollows too, is like those things. And so we're not talking about this like as an investment, but like if you're a serious collector and like you want
Mm-hmm.
these in your collection and like you really want them, now's the time.
Yep.
Who knows? The bus for the early adapters may come around again, but then again, what if it doesn't? What if it doesn't come this cheap? Right?
Mm-hmm.
And I say this cheap, like these cards are like super cheap, but we're talking like $100 to $200 for a hollow for like one card.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess it
It's
could get cheaper, but then
it could.
again, like what if it doesn't? Like what price are you looking at? Because like you
Yeah.
can't just rip this stuff.
Yeah, that's a good point, because I was thinking of that, on specific cars that I'm chasing. Right, I was like, okay, what's the absolute floor of, let's say, X car? Right, if X car gets to this price, is it going to be purchased immediately? And it's so many where I'm like, okay, I think it can, any market, any hobby can go down. It can dip pretty deep. It's just
Hmm.
certain cars I'm just like, I genuinely don't see it. I don't see it. It's just some of those top tier cards. I think they could literally fall to a certain price. But let's use an example, and let's not use the top two. For instance, let's use Pilly, right? If I'm not gonna say a price. I just can't see his hobby fandom allowing his card to go to a certain price. And I'm not talking about protecting or anything like that. I'm just talking about people really want that card. And a lot of people don't have that card that wants it. And it's like, the thing is though, if the longer you wait or you're not focused on a certain card, the opportunities do slim out. They really do. And that's not, sometimes you're gonna just miss a card. That's not a bad thing. But other times, if the opportunity is at hand, it's the only thing that's worse than FOMO is being there and waiting, in my opinion. That's just the way I see it.
I do have to confess something here, and it's like, so I was trying to go after like a set,
Yeah.
like complete a set. I've decided that I'm not doing that anymore.
Hey, it happens, bro.
I so I've been looking at my stuff and like I'm getting back to my core of just like my favorite skins that I rock. So like I
Hmm.
was going after the male version of Aura, um
Hmm.
guild, and I was like, you know what? I decided not to. I have the
Don't you have?
cards.
Didn't you have it already?
Yeah, I have them, but I think I'm gonna put them up for sale, and I'm gonna focus on just my like real core. I feel like I'm getting closer to you in my tag, but like
Mm-hmm.
remember like when we first met, you like I'm only gonna collect you like I'm only gonna collect 25
Mm,
cards.
yeah,
That's it.
yeah,
That's all I'm going for.
yeah,
And then I was like, no, I'm buying everything. Um,
yeah.
now I'm starting to feel like I'm in my bag where I wanna zero in,
Just keep it. Yeah.
get the ones I want. So like like Aura, Gold Trooper, Focus.
Mm-hmm.
So I've gotten all those back. So I have one of each now.
Mm-hmm.
I want. I think there's some outliers out there that I still can't get that just won't pop up. But instead
Yeah.
of focusing on like building out those sets, which I know a lot of people are doing, I think it's great. I'm just talking about
Yeah.
what I'm doing. Is I think I'm gonna try to wait for those ones that I want that like are iconic to me. Um,
Mm-hmm.
like you said, they're not popping up. It's like it's crazy. It's not even like the most popular skins, but they're not
Yeah.
popping up. So
Yeah. No, it's that's a good point because I think that for me, what it was is like I know it's a couple people that it comes to like buy the card, not the grade. But what I will say is truthfully for the way I collect, me being here, I do believe I would regret being okay with the grade that I have when I have the opportunity at hand, if that makes sense. Now, if the opportunity doesn't show up for a card, let's say I have a PSA 8 in a card, right? If the opportunity doesn't show up that makes sense for me to go to a PSA 9, then that's okay. But if the opportunity is there for me to get into that card the right way, I'm gonna do it because the best, like I'm just here. I'm here. Like, and it's like, why would I not go from, and especially if it looks better in a PSA 9 compared to a PSA 8, why wouldn't I keep trying to climb the ladder on my favorite cards when I'm in the hobby, I'm present, and the opportunity with other collectors are here. That's something I've been thinking about a lot because it was a time where I'm like, you know what, I'm good, but then the other side of me, I'm like, yo, but I'm like that some of the cards did come down and I can trade into those and I can do those type of things and consolidate into those. So that's something that I've been thinking about, and that's how I've been approaching kind of upgrading on some cards that kind of met at a price that I can trade into or consolidate into.
Smoked Out Turtle. I did see that someone sent that to me. Um, I watched a bit of it, but to be honest, I mean, y'all can take whatever opinion y'all want. To me, that guy, I've never watched him before, but I looked through a lot of his videos when I saw that, and it looks like a guy who just likes to create content to get clicks. I could be wrong, but like he was hating, like all his videos was hating on something. I listened to some of his points, and it just didn't make sense to me. It just sounded like someone who just had tin hat theories. But
Yeah.
I'm not here to support say y'all should go grade with anybody. But I didn't see anything that scared me, so I'm gonna keep grading grading with tags. So
Yeah, great with who y'all want to.
yeah, that's
For
why
sure.
that's why I mentioned it, Shane. So I haven't set it up yet. So you guys have time to post your stuff in the giveaway on the Discord for the entry. You guys still have a little bit of time. He just hates grading in general. Yeah, I was listening to the video. It's like he made no good points. He was talking about, oh, this guy invested in it, and this guy is a dirtbag. I was like, what does that have to do with the company grading the cards?
But what drives me crazy about that is if you already hate something, why would somebody listen to you? Like if you
Yeah, like
already if
yeah,
you already hate it, it's like that's just like because now you're using a bias in that situation. Now you're only searching for things that goes along with your opinion instead of for looking at both sides or looking at the broader scale of things. And that happens a lot in this hobby, unfortunately.
yeah. I was watching. He's a hater on a lot of stuff. He just does.
Yeah,
That's like what he's looking for to get clicks and stuff. So I was
yeah,
like, um, it didn't bother me too much. Hey, do what you want to do.
yeah.
I don't care. They still look great in my collection.
You know,
Yeah,
for
I
yeah, it's all
figured,
good.
but yeah, that dude just bummed me out. That's why I was gonna mention it. He just was just like I just did not care for him. But
Yeah.
hey, he's got a following, I guess. Do what you're gonna do, I guess. Maybe when we have 2.6 thousand videos, we can we can have as many subscribers that care about it as that much.
Yeah, one day.
He said one day. All right. What
Recent
time do you,
pickups.
yeah? Let's do recent pickups, and then I guess we'll do
Or
the
you want to give them time for the make sure they
yeah.
get
We'll
into
give him
the
a little bit more
giveaway.
time for the giveaway. So
Yeah,
we'll do recent pickups, and then we can go into the. I'm sure you have a card battle.
yeah, yeah. We got verses.
Let me go way back here. Sometimes I hate looking at y'all's pickups, man. You guys, I swear this show is just us like showing how great our community is at collecting.
Nah, that is it's some heat this week for sure.
It's a heat every week, man. All right, I'm
It
gonna go
is.
past the Friday 18th. All right. Okay, this is. I don't think we showed this last time for the 18th. Did we show these? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
So Jesper said a little experiment. These are stickers that were hard to grade. And if you guys don't know, Jesper was the one who was so nice to send us the pictures for all
Yes.
these. I will eventually be moving to the stickers for the website for Fortnite cards to get them all up on there so y'all can
Mm-hmm.
see them. Haven't gotten there yet. I think I'm gonna do Reloaded next. I don't know. You
Yeah.
guys tell me. Do you want Reloaded next, or you want the You don't want the stickers? I know Reloaded has Renegade Raider and then the loading screens, which are popular.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, the stickers have quite a bit. I mean, they've got Blaze people are chasing, Dark Scully, Surf Witch. So you
I
guys
would
let
say,
me know.
yeah, I would, in my opinion, I would say reloaded next. But yeah.
JT, we were talking about someone called. Actually, you know what? Let me throw it up here. Do I still have it up here? I think it's called Rattle Pokemon. We were talking about this guy. This is who we're talking about, JT. Not to give him a shout out, but hey. All right. Let's go through these. Let's see what he got. Did any of these get pins? So you got a 9 for Dark Scully, which is a sweet
That's
card.
it's pretty nicely centered.
Yeah, it
It's
is nicely
one of the
centered.
better ones. Yeah.
I wonder what it got dinged on.
Maybe
Hey, did it get
maybe a
graded?
soft corner.
Did they do the graders notes yet?
No,
Or
that's
is it
not till June. And it's
June?
June and
June.
it's the I think it might be the value higher than Express. So that's what they're starting to roll out with.
Real quick, if you guys want to join the giveaway, you just go to the Discord. There's a giveaway tab here. And all you gotta do is post a screenshot of your collection on FortniteCards.com. So if you don't have one, it's pretty simple. It's free. So you just go to after you sign in, you can come here. You can add a card to your checklist. You hit add card, and then you have to wait a second for a refresh. I'm gonna make this faster just so you guys know it's a little slow right now. But one of the things I'm gonna do is make that a little bit faster. Come here to my collection and just take a screenshot. Just have at least 3 cards in there. And then post it in the Discord. The reason why I'm doing this is because I'm getting a lot of feedback when people are trying to do it, so I can see what's working, what's not. It's hard when it's just me posting, and I'm trying to make it a little bit more streamlined and stuff. So I appreciate all the help. All right, let me get back to the recent pickups. Of course, it scrolled all the way up. It doesn't just save it. There we go.
You could have went
The other way.
bottom to top, yeah.
Sorry, I want to look at the rest of these.
Yeah.
Bright Bomber looks dope there.
I like Bright Bomber.
You know
Ready
what
to
it is
jump.
about Bright Renegade? It's her hair. The way they did her hair, I really like, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we've got Blaze. Ooh, a 7.
The
I
Blaze
thought
is
stickers were
fire.
supposed to be easier to grade.
I don't know, man. That but this one has these ones have obvious borders.
That's
Which
true.
he picked pretty good ones to be honest. But yeah.
Yeah, because PSA is not that strict on centering.
No, I think it's 60-40.
Yeah, so they're not that strict. Like this looks like a pretty
Yeah.
decent centering. I like this centering is way better than my Dark Scully.
JT, that's what I said. I thought, is it Bright Raider or Bright Renegade?
Dang, you might be
I
right. You might be right. I might
yeah,
just have Renegade on my ride.
it's one of those. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think whatever one.
I believe you guys. I've only played one match, guys, so I
Yeah.
could be wrong. She reminded me of Renegade Raider.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
That might
definitely
just
one of
be
those for sure. I think it is Bright Raider.
You still have two Blaze 10s. Well, it looks like they're a lot harder.
Two Blaze Tens. That's
Oh, there you
fire,
go.
man.
There's the 10. Got one 10 so far.
Yeah, and that one looks clean too. It really does.
That Blaze got a 7, a 9. Dark Scully. Let's look at your Surf Witch. 9.
Fire.
There's a
That's
10.
a that's a dope pose, man. I like that
Yeah,
card a
it is
lot.
dope. I really I even though like it's not overly designed, it's still kind
Hmm.
of dope how they do it.
I wish they would have done more of. I wish most of the set was this. That would have been nice in my opinion.
It
And
but
a gold.
it's also cool that it's a little bit different than the rest of the set. It makes it a little bit
Yeah,
rich
yeah,
case.
yeah, for sure.
Your mic's getting a little bit of feedback, just Rob.
Is it?
And this is
That's
my
what it was.
headphones. Let me guys know if Rob's getting
Yeah.
feedback or maybe it's my headphones.
Let me know so I can test it.
It could be my headphones.
Bro, you send it to the Discord messages. You can send it to the Discord messages.
All right, whoop, there it is. Shout out to there is getting freaking the magic cards like me. The
Yeah.
tins are no joke, but this is dope. I
I
still want to get
like
my tag tins.
yeah, that battle bus and crack the vault joints is super fire. All of them is fire to be honest.
I'm not a huge fan of Crack the Vault. I like the Battle Bus, the Storm, and I definitely like the Llama one.
That chapter 2 season 2 right there, that crack the vault.
Daniel, you getting some regrets? That's like me. Every time I let something go, I get regrets. Like if I'm doing a trade or selling something, the more I do it, like the
Hmm.
longer it takes for it to complete,
Yeah.
it's the more I'm like, oh, never mind, I'm good.
Once I decide to trade or sell, that joint is out of sight, out of mind. Like some of them stick. Like I always talk about, like Dark Bomber. Dark Bomber is the one that stick a little bit, but it's very few. Once I'm cemented in my head. Once it's going out the window, it's going.
All right, let me get up Rice. Rice is always killing it. Growler and Plague.
Yeah, that plague, man. That
I
green
really
looks
wish they had the
crazy.
female one. Um,
Yeah, yeah. I,
that's the
f-
skin I actually want pretty badly. I wish they had that in a card. North Bay, surprise, surprise, with his
right.
Ragnarok
Got this, man.
documentary. Yo, the Optichrome tins. Yo, Kari, how many you at now, dude? You've been killing it.
That's I seen
All
Kyrie
right,
talking about how tough it is, and it's tough. It's tough for sure.
I once I dang, I should have kept. Well, I need to look at the pop for Aura's Optichromes.
Hmm.
I had 3 PSA 10s. I might have let those
This
go.
Aura's Optichrome is one of her better percentages.
So I,
You know she's top 4 now, right? In highest graded.
I'm not surprised. I thought it'd be
I
higher.
no,
You
I
top
mean
grade out of everything or just series two?
no, just series. Well, I mean, technically it would be out of everything because series 1 is a little not talking about series 3, obviously. But
Yeah.
yeah, but I'm surprised like because what did it hit? I can't remember what it hit, but it's top 4. Like I know it's Ice King, Ultima Knight, and Zero, and then she's number 4 now. Which that
Oh,
was
yeah, I thought she would have passed some of those other ones already, but I
yeah.
thought she was at second. To be honest, she was pretty high up
Not
there.
well, not she was pretty low for a while compared to those ones. Like she was in that she was probably half of what they were for a while.
Oh yeah. I remember that, but I thought she had caught up. Ragnarok. I like Brian said, can't stop, won't stop. I saw someone posting about looking for a Peely, even the base card. Like they want that card, and
Hmm.
we're getting to that point where like people are getting into base cards, which is kind of cool.
As they
I
should
thought
be.
about selling from my first time ever. I thought about selling my legendary and epic base cards. I was
Hmm.
pulling them out because I have a big box of them, and I was like, no, put them back.
Mm,
I'll just
yeah,
wait. Those are like further down the line.
yeah, that's long game for sure.
Yeah, that's long game.
Look at
All right,
that.
it's just
Crystal and
uh,
World Warrior right
Italy,
there.
Italy. Look, I can tell
Hmm.
that Italy is pretty good look.
I like the Italy cracked ice too. I really do.
And then Hollow 4 Chaos Agent. Good
Chaos right
timing.
there.
I do
Great
like how they
timing.
threw Chaos Agent in
I
the
just hope they
trailer,
do something with him, man. That'd be dope.
but that guy was pushing him around like he's some kind of weak
He is
stuff.
he's a scientist. He get a pass. He get a pass with
I
the
know, but
physical
like
aspect.
I feel like he was a little more gangster in the past.
Well, bro wasn't small, yo. Like he wasn't small, so I'll give him a pass on that one.
That's true. That guy wasn't
Yeah.
that small. All right, we got a PSA 10 Italy, Spider Knight, nice. Optichrome
That's
Crystal.
that joint.
Optichromes and Hollows are picking that Royal Knight
Mhm.
Hollow. Ooh, that's dope. Ooh, this is cool. He's got the laser promo set from Italy,
Uh-huh.
and he has the cracked ice
Oh,
promo set from Italy.
that's gonna be big as time goes on.
People don't understand like this. So I guess the laser was one everyone knew about,
Mhm.
and then this is the one that people didn't know existed.
Yep.
So there was two, and I guess this one's more rare.
Mhm.
And so I don't know too much about the Italy promos. I feel like Italy in general, the print runs are always like a black box. You never know what's going
Mhm.
on over there. Um, but so that's a nice pickup. Okay, oof,
I
I
like
love
it.
this
I
card.
like it. Valkyrie.
I feel like I need to wear this skin again. I own this. This is one of the only skins I bought for those 2,000 V-Bucks.
Yeah.
I got the whole set. I got the ice dragon and everything.
Yeah,
So
that ice dragon
I
was expensive, man, too.
it was expensive, but and now I never use it. Westrom, I see you.
Like that
You go
green,
with the
man. That
female
green is
version.
crazy.
That's still a 10 candidate.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't worry about it. PSA lets everything through. I'm just kidding, guys. Just a joke. Just joking. Dutch Ghoul with some fire. I like that color for the Wukong.
Yeah, Wukong card is dope.
Battlehound,
Battlehound,
Heidi.
Heidi.
We forget like how international Fortnite is. I saw some people talking about Heidi because like it resonates with like their country like really
Mhm.
really well. Um,
Mhm.
I think that's a big aspect that we overlook sometimes. I can't stand this skin, but hey, you got it still.
Mullet Marauder.
Ooh, can't forget
Arachne, man.
Arachne
That is
and a
such a
10
dope
no
card
less.
and skin. And skin.
All right, the first Magic Gathering arrival.
Dope, dope. Yo,
Yeah, I love
been
those cards.
you've been
And
killing it, bro.
oh yeah, he's been killing it. Whoop, there it is. His collection went from nothing to like a thousand
Listen,
things within a couple of weeks. He's been going all out, and he finished his set here.
that's not easy. Like like don't
Not
get me
anymore,
wrong. Like
no.
like it's not easy at all.
Yeah, that's it's not easy.
That cloak star.
That's still a cool card.
Yeah, for sure.
If you guys want to read all the funny comments about people talking about the pickups, you have to go in there yourselves.
Look
I'm
at
just looking
that
at the
beauty right
cards.
there. Just was
So
talking about it.
this is the
Look
one
at
that
that
just popped
beauty.
up.
Yeah, because I've been looking at the serial numbers. It's about to hit it's about to add a nice little zero there. It's in the 92s now. It's crazy. 92 million.
Yeah, and
Dang.
yeah, it's definitely a dope card. And now pop two. We were talking about Renegade. Do I still have up the pop? Where did I put that pop? Here we go. Let me see. I wonder what Jonesy is. What is this?
I think he's slightly over 10 or something like that, or maybe under 10. I can't remember.
Recruit Jonesy.
Over
17.
yeah.
So two
Yes.
out of 17.
Not
Wow. I
bad.
mean, that's kind of crazy. Why is Renegade Raiders so hard? Like 2 out of 17 versus 5 out of 230?
Yeah. Yeah. Should be interesting. I mean, but it's crazy that it ends up being like that too.
They're similar cards too, similar color,
Mm-hmm.
right? They're very, very similar. Um, but yeah, that's a dope card regardless. Top two. That's interesting. I wonder why. Maybe it's like the
Yeah.
positioning. Remember the tag one I did and it showed where the marker was? Maybe it
Mm-hmm.
has to be like where in the set that it's getting printed at.
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility.
There's your Rust Lord.
I like that Rust Lord and Ruckus.
Yeah, Ruckus is
Yo,
dope, especially with the comic. If you can get it with the
yeah,
comic page,
yeah.
that comic page is available.
Mm-hmm. That it
Dang.
is.
All right, these are in the sequence. That's dope. So this is 177. This is 178.
Yeah.
Both Optichrome.
Shout out to Warfighter and Kari on that one. That is
Dang, I want to Lux.
double up on
I
links.
mean, I want a Lynx Optichrome.
Links Opti hits. Oh my
It.
goodness.
I think it hits better than the cracked ice.
Yeah.
I might be
Yeah.
Team
It's
Optichrome.
listen, bro. It's real out here. Kari, what's up, bro? Shit, did you see the guy that yeah, we did. Well, I did. I seen it.
Yeah, I saw someone post about it. I didn't go and look at the video. I didn't watch it or anything like that.
Yeah, I seen it.
Why
He's
was he
he's
claiming it was a 10,000? I mean, I've done a little bit of that, but not like
well,
that.
the hard part is he's fairly new to it, right? Not even fairly, he's new to it. I think he's opened Jake introduced me to him, like just brought him up. But you know, if you look at the hobby from a wide scale, the numbers look a lot different. You know, it's like obviously it's nothing $10,000 when it comes to that. But you know, he's in that realm. You know, you don't get to a million very easy without knowing how to get the clicks. He
All
did he
right,
did good though.
if Logan Paul is someone hypes up Fortnite cards and everything gets out of reach, what's your biggest regret? What card is
That's
your biggest regret?
that's an amazing question. This is what I think about this way too much. Right now it would be if at this moment it would be Skull Trooper. It would be
Old
Skull
Trooper would be
Trooper.
your biggest
Well,
regret.
obviously, well, Black Knight, but I mean, that's not even an option at this point in the first place. But
Yeah,
but
it's
yeah, it'll
something I
probably be
feel like
Skull.
Skull Trooper is within reach.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, it's
it'll be Skull Trooper.
expensive. It's expensive, but it's not like it's like thousands and thousands. If you
Yeah.
can like sell some stuff or like do
Yep.
extra work, you can get like $1,500 somewhere, right? Um, dang, my greatest regret
Yeah. What would be yours?
if it blows up,
Yeah.
not buying a Midas Series 3. I don't have a
Yeah.
Midas Series 3 cracked ice. I think that would be a really big regret. Mainly
It would
because
be.
like it's way more affordable than like the Skull Trooper,
Yeah.
but it has
And
like
it's right there.
iconic present. You know, I feel like that. I keep watching them, and then I just keep letting them pass because the price keeps going down. It's like
Yeah.
catching a falling knife kind of thing. It's like I feel like I want a Midas at some point,
Yeah.
and so I feel like that'll be my biggest regret. All the other ones I already regret, but I feel
Listen,
like if it blows up, that would been like an
yeah,
easy grab.
that was like what I said a little earlier. Like that is there. The only thing that's worse than going through the FOMO situation is being present and then just knowing you didn't pull the trigger at the right time. That would suck. Another one though would be a sealed mega box. Like that. That would be a regret of mine for sure. Like those two right
Not a
there.
sealed one, but buying one now to rip. Like I would like to
Yeah.
be able to buy one to now rip because I know that if it does blow up, I won't be able to buy one to rip. Like because it'd be so
Yeah.
expensive that if you did save up and buy it, it's like, can you rip that? Like honestly, like once it gets
Man,
to a certain point, you can't rip it.
you know what I do? I'll buy the sealed box and I'll watch myself rip it from when I did it before. I ain't ripping that. I ain't ripping
I'm
another
ripping
one. But
it.
if I get one, I'm keeping that joint sealed for sure. I
Just
just
for
want it.
just
I want it on there. Yeah.
just for completing the Series 3 Italy base
Cycler.
set.
Yo, listen, man, that Midas in chapter 2, season 2, rule series 3. I'm just saying, man. It's real out here.
Oop, there it is. It's subbing to PSA.
Woo!
All right,
That's
let
a
me
nice
look at these
dub.
cards here. Yeah, fire,
That's a
fire,
good that's
fire,
a good
fire.
assortment right there.
That's pretty good. I don't know how I feel about the patty whacker, but hey, the rest you got a focus in there. You got my approval there. Let me see what else you got here. There you go. There you go, Richard.
All of them series ones hit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is pretty
No,
dope.
that's a good assortment right there.
It is a nice assortment. I really like some of the assortments up here. I wish I kept my Midas Optichrome. No, I don't. I sold it for a lot.
Yeah.
Warfighter
Yeah.
getting all these banners.
Yeah, that's a I seen him and JT talking about that.
And the
Right,
Brazil
Mama.
9. Bright Bomber is the talk. Did I buy a? I can't remember. I thought I bought a Italy one or a Brazil one.
Yeah, also, yeah, get hype. This is also, if y'all look at his comment section, there's definitely interest in it. And it's, once again, like we've always said, people that have no idea about Fortnite cards. It's just crazy that Fortnite community just doesn't know to this extent. So anybody that comes through and can get that needle moved a little bit more is always a W. It did look like an uncut sheet.
Exploded Hamster. Whew.
Yo,
That Cuddle
man.
Team Leader. That
And
Dynamo. That Dynamo.
that first row,
That
man, all of them, bro.
that
It's
Skull
crazy.
Ranger. Oh, yeah. The first row is god
The
tier.
first row is crazy.
Naga needs to be up in that top row too. Just put that one up there, and like
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
a
yeah.
killer. That's a killer row right there.
Yeah, 4 at the top, 2 at the bottom for sure.
Yeah, that's dope. Hey, that's crazy. You won't see that. You won't. That's a major accomplishment right there. Like the crazy thing is us seeing this, and
Mhm.
like in the future, like that's like having those three cards at the top is gonna be really really hard. Like
Yeah.
really really difficult.
Th
Ooh, Black
Oh, let's
Ash. What
go.
the heck?
Let's go.
Man's been
Like it, like it.
busy.
Chaos Agent
Dang.
10. Buzzer beater.
I'm
I
still
like that.
mad. I'm still mad I sold mine. Dill, are you in here? I sold mine to Dill for super cheap. I think it's $100.
Mm.
I'm sad now. Regrets. Dirty
Dirty
Dan.
Dan with the PSA 8 and
This
the
is his
ROM.
collection of the day. It'll be gone by the end of the week.
Everything
He
available.
he trades more than I sell. I have to say that. He trades more than I sell.
Listen, man, that when you that trading bug hit, man, it's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. Me too, JL. Seeing some of these collections is just not even all of them, to be honest.
Yeah.
This is the most fun of the week.
Oh,
There you go.
see that?
There's your hollow foil.
Now that's the thing. Like we talked about. I remember when I pulled. No, did I pull it? I never pulled a Skull Trooper base. I pulled his hollow. I never pulled his base.
I told you how many I pulled.
Yeah,
Hollow after hollow after hollow Skull Trooper. Dang, I missed
yeah,
those.
yeah. Crazy. Yeah,
Yeah,
JT.
we saw them. We talked about it a little bit, JT.
Yeah.
Um, I wish they had done more. It's like I feel like they didn't do them justice. It's kind of I don't know what they're doing. All
Yeah.
right, we didn't really talk about this though. The fact that he's bringing in, so he's brought in Midas and Chaos Agent, but didn't really give them like a full story or anything like that. Just
Hmm.
kind of like showed them.
Yeah.
Do you think he's just trying to bring them back into relevancy
Hmm.
because he's building up a story on them,
That's
or is
that's what I
that
thought
wishful
with.
thinking?
Well, that's what I thought with Midas. And to your point, I mean, Chaos Agent was right after, so it's on par of what we've known. So hopefully that's the case. I would hope that's the case. Put it that way.
Daniel says he has a 3-day waiting period.
Three
So
day
he'll pick
waiting.
it up and then you give him 3 days and then it's a possible trade. I like it. I like it.
Yeah,
It's like his collection's always revolving.
yeah. I'm
Instead of
not mad
keeping
at
his
it.
cards in a vault, he just keeps
Yeah,
them in a rotation between other collectors. I like it. That's
yeah.
dope.
Dan
That's
the
dope.
plug.
Yeah.
He's the plug. Oh
Like
shoot.
that's how you
Yeah,
get to know so many collectors though, I guess. So
yeah. All right, let's get into some of these verses. Jake came in the clutch. Kyrie sent his, and then Jake sent his a little bit after. So we got some dope ones here.
I can see the thumbnail here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You ready?
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
All right. So
Cool
first
trooper.
one up, I'm actually Skull Trooper on this one.
I
Now
know.
if you ask me to put them in rankings though, I'm putting Goo Trooper above that. But Skull Trooper is one that I would want in my collection if I had to choose.
Like I said, he sent you
Collection
two
attendant
more.
too. I
We can
might
talk
let
about it.
yeah.
Uh, I get that. I'm so biased. I'm so biased to Ghoul Trooper, but I can
Yeah.
respect Ghoul Trooper to being winning it here.
Yeah.
Um, I'm just so biased to Ghoul Trooper. So damn, they do look fire though.
Black Ash, where did you send it, bro?
You
Let me
better not
see.
send it to me.
Let me see. I might have missed it. I'm trying to see. Yes. Let me know. Skull, but it's close. Yeah, that's this. This one is a this one is a hard one though. Okay, okay, okay. He sent it to you,
Oh,
bro.
okay,
That's
okay, okay.
that actually works better though. That actually works better.
Oh yeah, yeah. He put up here. I like this. All right, I
Yeah.
got you after.
All right. Bet.
You can keep going yours, and I'll put
Yep.
his up after.
All right. Next one. Blue Squire versus DJ Yonder. I know we're gonna go on these ones too.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm gonna disagree with everybody. But go ahead, you go first.
Yeah, I'm going DJ Yonder on this one. I actually like DJ Yonder a lot. I like that he's the Islands DJ or was the Islands DJ. But also I never truly been a big fan of Blue Squire, if I'm being honest. So card relevancy though, he's a hard gem. I gotta give a nod to that. But yeah, I'm going DJ Yonder.
All the haters out there are gonna hate on the skin that I wore for like 4 seasons straight. So I'm gonna have to go Blue Squire all day. Um, yeah, I would
Nah.
not love Blue Squire as much as I do if I was able to get Royal Knight.
Hmm. No, yeah, that's
Then
a good point. That's a good point. Yeah,
I never made it to Royal Knight that season. I wish I'd grinded. Um, so Blue Squire for me. I
yeah,
should have grinded more. I was too much of
yeah.
an old man at the time.
Feel that. Master Key
I
versus
can't.
Plague.
All
Go
right,
ahead, bro.
wait.
I'll let
Before
you go
before we
first.
do this, maybe I've just missed this, and this is like obvious to everybody else. Why do they call him Master Key?
The key around. So he had one. Unfortunately, the story didn't unfold the way it was supposed to. But he has the key around his neck, so he's the one that holds the key, and then Lux has the lock on her neck. So they were connected in that way, but we never got to see what that technically was.
So I'm walking downtown,
Yeah,
right, in my area, right, and downtown's very old. It's like very old. It's like an old town type area, right? So in
yeah,
front of like these like shops right by the water, they have like these cellars, and they have locks on them. For some reason, I kept looking at them, and they all are locks, and they all say Master,
yeah.
Master.
Well,
All of them are made by the company for like the Masters,
yeah.
and then it made me think of Master Key, and I was like, is that why they named him that after
Yeah.
that? Or is that
Well,
just a weird
well,
coincidence?
the master key unlocks all the doors though. So I
Yeah,
guess
yeah.
that's why they
Well,
spent
this
that
like a
name on it.
skeleton key unlocks all doors.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
So
yeah, I don't know.
modern wise. But to your point, it has a skeleton key look, but they use the master key aspect. So I don't know. It's a yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I just thought like when I noticed like, oh yeah, the master for like makes all
Yeah,
those locks and his key.
yeah,
I was like, man, am I just a nerd for thinking about Fortnite while I'm walking downtown?
yeah,
Probably, but yeah, I thought it was funny. But with that, I don't like Master Key. I don't know why. I'm gonna go with Plague.
yeah.
I
I
like his female version, so that's why.
Yeah, so I like Plague's pose. It's a dope card, and I like his pose a lot. But I'm gonna go with Master Key on this one, season 8. And also, I really like his other style. The white and green is super dope. He
That
also
one is dope.
yeah, yeah. So I
Yeah,
like
that one's
Master Key.
dope.
The card is beautiful in person. I got this to get to the value of a trade a couple years back. So it's a dope card.
Outside of the game, I feel like people would go for Master Key. I just feel like I like Plague more game
I don't
wise.
know that plague, that green and that pose
Oh, the
is
color
pretty
looks
dope.
great. I think the color
Yeah,
differentiates, but I think the actual skin, the character with the
yeah,
tiger, and I feel like people might like lean towards that. But I'm like,
yeah, for
that was
sure.
a good one though. It's a good comparison.
Like that one. Sidewinder versus Sanctum.
I'm indifferent between both of these cards and
Yeah,
skins. I'm gonna have to go with Sidewinder because that's what everyone else is going to choose. Maybe
yeah. I like Sanctum's pose. It's super dope. I believe this is a drift snapshot. Don't quote me on that. Uh, but yeah, I'm going Sidewinder season 8. You gotta stay true. You know what I
I
mean?
feel like it could be a drift. Yeah,
I don't know
I
for
never
sure,
thought
but
about that. I don't know
yeah,
for sure either, but
yeah.
I could see that. Does does the new big bulky guy that threw Chaos Agent remind you of Drift? Like a bulky version
That
of
a
Drift?
bulky, but I could see
Like
that. I couldn't say no. You know what I mean? I couldn't say no.
it's obviously not. He's a whole different
Yeah,
character,
yeah,
but he reminds me of Drift.
yeah.
And I thought they were bringing Drift into the game. I thought Drift was going to be the main villain
That'd
this
have
time,
been that would have been crazy.
but I was wrong, unfortunately.
Smoke said only bird I like is Raven. Is the Raven. Raven is top tier.
Yeah, Raven's pretty cool.
So you got
I already know where
Toxic
everybody's
versus
gonna go.
Wrestler. Yeah,
I
you
already know
already
where
know where this one gonna
Dirty
go.
Dan's gonna go with this. The whole chat's gonna go with this
Yeah.
one. Um, eh, I'm a game first kind of collector, guys. All right, game first. My wife is watching also. I'm just gonna say, Toxin for me.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I'm gonna
Yo,
say is Toxin.
put the caps in the chat, y'all. Put the caps. Put the blue cap in the chat.
I'm a game wise
Yeah.
collector. I have to go with Toxin here. Cause just cause.
Yeah, nah. Toxin's pose is dope, but I'm going wrestler on this one.
I'm
Yo,
indifferent to both. Daniel's a big
yo,
cap.
yo. All right, yo. I always forget. Black Ash gonna be mad at me for that, but I always forget. What is her name? It always. I know Jungle Scout, but I always forget this one.
Oh,
Uh,
I'm not gonna put my foot in my mouth. I'm gonna type in what I think it is and make
I don't
sure.
know why do I
Tactics
always.
officer. I was
Thank
right.
you.
I was
Yo,
right.
I always forget this one. I always forget this one. But yeah, so I did wear Jungle Scout for a little bit back in the Tilted days when Tilted was Tilted. So I gotta go Jungle Scout on this one.
I gotta go Jungle Scout mainly because everyone remembers her name, and like you forgot Tactics Officer's name,
Yeah,
so I'm gonna go Jungle
yeah.
Scout. Also, I'm not a fan when like her shirt's purple, the background's purple, and it just kind of blends. It's dark, but like with Jungle Scout, it's like a light green than dark
Hmm.
green. You see, like it pops a little bit more. I feel like the other one does, at least in this picture. I haven't seen it in person.
Yeah. I like, but
Maybe
you
maybe
see
it's
the
better in person.
tactic officer, I really like her pose on this. Like anything that has like a true pose, I really rock with
That's
heavy,
true.
you know.
Yeah, that's true. The pose is better. I'm pretty indifferent to both the skins. I never walked any of
Yeah.
them, but I'd go Jungle
They're
Scout
they're pretty
personally.
they're pretty on par with each other.
Yeah.
Oh man, Yonder with a 3 versus 8 ball. I hate this for me. I hate this for me. I really do. I'll go first. This one is tough because I really do like. I mean, with the King's Crown is a dope pose as well. But 8 ball is my guy, so it's a close one. But I gotta go 8 ball.
She said Toxin was disrespected due to how fast y'all moved on.
Nah, nah, yeah, that's funny. No, I rock with
Hey,
Toxin. I rock with Toxin.
I voted for Toxin. I promise you. I promise you. That's what I was voting for. Y'all going with Yonder. I had to go with 8 ball here.
It's
Just
close.
because I just never liked the Yonder skin personally.
Yeah, no, I think one thing I can truly say, season 10, what season X, my bad. Season X wasn't the best season, right? But what I can say is they really did remix these skins amazing. Like even with technique, like tilted technique, Yonder, DJ Yonder to Yonder, Russ Lord to X Lord, they did great on those, and Yonder is definitely one of those ones. But yeah, I gotta go
Yeah,
8 ball.
I liked that they mixed them up. The only one I liked was X-Lord.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like
Yeah.
they like the Supreme Special Sparkle Supreme. I
Oh
think they
no,
ruined the
that didn't.
skin.
Yeah, yeah, that one was a bad
And
one.
so I wasn't a fan of what they did that season.
Yeah,
That's just me though, personally. You tell
yeah.
him, JL. You tell him.
uh, Man cake versus guaco. I'll go.
Who putting these up here?
I actually like guaco on this one. Only because I think what sucks is that I wish man cake was zoomed in because the flow of the food skins would have been pretty dope. But I like guaco. The pose is dope, and the green hits on this one. So yeah, I don't mind guaco at all.
I
Taco
have
Tuesday.
never been a fan of man cake personally,
Hmm.
and the color like the same thing. It just I don't know if it's a picture, but it doesn't pop for me. The guaca one pops a lot, right? I think they should
Yeah,
have
that's
chosen a bit.
definitely picture on that one.
Yeah, maybe it is, but like the same color. It looks like they use a lot of the same colors for man cake,
Hmm.
right? And versus like guaco, the shirt's green, but like everything else yellow and pops a little bit better. Yeah, I'm gonna say guaco. It also reminds me of LeBron James and the whole Taco
Yeah,
Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It's like a ashy orange. That's the way. That's what I call it.
and
Oh
I
man.
like it better when they go like the copper route, like Lux.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that. I feel like that's way better.
That burnt orange copper look. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like that.
Yeah, that's better.
Dang, Crystal versus Rook. This is harder for me than people may think.
Ooh,
Uh, Chapter 5, man, is that's a season for me for sure. And Rook is an underrated skin for me. Not talking about the card, talking about the actual skin. But Crystal is Crystal. And I gotta go Crystal on this one.
as much as I hate on Crystal, he tried to take Aura's spot but failed miserably. Um, I'm gonna go Crystal. She's such a sweat skin, or
Yeah.
she was at the height of popularity for a good amount of time.
Surf Witch
Definitely
on them
Crystal.
toes, bro. Surf Witch on them
Oh yeah,
toes.
I know.
Crystal.
Surf Witch is
Yeah.
like
Crystal didn't pull
Surf.
off a Surf Witches, man.
Yeah,
She
but
on
which
them
one is
toes.
iconic? Which one is iconic? I'm just saying, Aura has been in the
Uh,
top 10 usage for 20 seasons. You can't say that about Surf Witch. But no,
she's
Surf Witch is a she's killing it. She's killing it for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
And a pink crystal shard Surf Witch will go hard. Like,
It
no
would.
doubt. It
It
would go
would.
hard.
Yeah, Surf Witch is on them toes for sure though. That's it's always I mean that's what happens and it's not a bad thing because it's always the first. Like Aura represents usage. You know what I mean? Like she represents that. But it's dope to see when skins surge like that. Like it's gonna be another one that's gonna pass Surf Witch and Aura, but just
Yeah,
that
I
was
already know which
so
one that's gonna be too.
this was my opinion on Black Knight every time we have those conversations. I understand a whole bunch of skins have passed them in popularity, X, Y, and Z, but it's what people remember first. And that's why I rock with Black Knight heavy. And that's gonna be the same thing for Aura.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, the name tag is dope. I actually do agree with what you said that works like underrated. Again,
Yeah.
luckily not one that like I chased heavy, like I cared for heavy personally.
Hmm.
But I do think it's kind of underrated. I know people who like work a lot.
The name tag on it is. It is. That her hair is down on the name tag, which is crazy. That's pretty dope. On Rook's name tag. Oh man. So Echo
Y'all
versus
tripping.
Sparkle
Y'all
Specialist.
tripping. Y'all tripping hard.
Nah, yeah, you know where I'm going. Sparkle Specialist on this one. Uh, but Echo Rock Series too heavy for sure. But Sparkle Specialist is just is OG. The blowing kiss pose is fire. And the card is amazing. Sparkle Specialist for me.
There's not many there's not many cards or like skins
He
that
said
I
this tough
don't
hold up.
have.
Yeah.
There's not many skins or cards that I don't have that I want really badly, and Sparkle Specialist is one of them. Like
Yeah.
Royal Knight, like I should want that one because if I had it, I'd be collecting it all day, every day, right?
Yeah.
But Sparkle Specialist is one that I do not have in game that I want. I should have grinded for it. I'm pissed I
Yeah.
didn't, and I want that one. Um, I figured Black Ash would go Echo, but I'm going Sparkle Specialist.
Hot take
Talk
though,
about
and it's really not a hot take, but Echo will probably be the value might lean towards her way as time goes on.
it could.
If I
It very
yeah,
well could. I don't know because I mean Sparkle Specialist is
she's up there.
I almost wanted to say iconic, almost, but it
She's
might be a stretch.
she's a
But
classic.
she is a
It's like a
classic.
yeah, it's like classic. It's a classic. It's a classic.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see where the market will go. That's gonna be when like the market's gonna really decide,
Hmm.
and it could go either way. Um,
Yeah.
if it goes
Thi-
Echo, then like skins like Aura, Focus, and all of those are gonna be doing some surprising things. That's all I'll say.
yeah. Yeah, and even with this situation right here, this is like pure
Not
this
with
is
the
like
poor gun control.
this is like nostalgia and wrapped up on like when it comes to Sparkle Specialist, and then this is like relevancy when it comes to Echo. Like Echo's gonna be in the position she's in for a very long time, just based off of what we've seen. And Sparkle Specialist seems like she's hit a ceiling, but it's a great ceiling, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I hope Sparkle Specialist stays underrated. I want to get one at some point. That's a card I would love to have in a tag. I don't care the grade. as long as
Hmm.
the condition, like there's like not scratches like on the front. You know what I mean? Like if there's
Yeah,
the whiting on the back, ooh, I'd love to have that card in a USA
yeah.
crystal shard.
David said
If
hot
anyone's got
take.
like a damaged one, I'm down.
Would you agree with David's
Hmm.
hot take? You
Oh
agree with
yeah,
it?
not even a hot take. Yeah, I agree. Raven, even the really really dark blues like Lynx, just don't
Hmm.
do it justice.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, those purples are really harsh. So like Raven, you can like barely tell.
yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I don't
Both
know
are
how well they
super hot
grade,
takes.
but like visually, I don't like them.
Oral
Ooh.
versus Aura Winter Style. I'll let you go on this one.
And so everybody knows the rules are these are tens,
Yeah, all of it's tens. All of them
and
are
when we
tens.
do these verses, they're tens.
Hmm.
This is gonna be a surprising one for people. I'm probably gonna go Oro PSA 10 here, mainly because I don't rock this style and I don't like
Yeah,
this style of Aura. Um, I
that's
have a
crazy. You don't like
9.
that's crazy. You don't like this style. This joint is fire with the yellow
I
beanie,
don't
bro.
I don't
What?
hate it. I don't hate it,
That's
but I've just
crazy.
never rocked it. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna rock it this season. This is what I'll do. I'm gonna start wearing that. Is see if I can get a feel for it, and that might change my
Mhm.
answer.
Yeah.
It's my least favorite Aura style out of all of them.
Yeah. So this one is I really do like this aura style. This is the aura style that I actually wear. If I wear it because everybody wears that original style, and that's just annoying. But it's tough, man. This one is tough. I mean, Oro being a pop one, and it,
Yeah, that's
I have to go Oro on this one,
because he's
for sure.
still. If there ever is a story at the future, he has
Hmm.
potential there, and it's a hard gem, and it's a dope card, right? Like
Directly
I,
connected to
it doesn't get
Midas.
that much love, but like it's a dope card.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I'm definitely going Oro PSA 10. Now, if they were nines, that might change my
Yeah,
answer there
yeah.
because
Nine
like
could
I
get
just like
interesting.
Aura. I'd rather have an Aura. Um, so it's definitely the 10 that does it for me.
Yeah. Yeah, JL for sure. Yeah, like those little things for sure. And I think this fit that Aura got on is fire. Like the baggy sweater and then the yellow beanie is super dope to me.
Yeah, we I can think of one. Do you
Yeah,
want us
yeah,
to
we
each
could.
think of a card? Is
Yeah,
that what you
yeah.
want us to do? Is that what we're doing? We're each thinking of a card.
Let's see. Okay, I can think of that. I can think of that. Off the top,
Mhm.
let me see.
Or you want us
I
each to
got
come up with our own, like our own too. Let me know. Let me know what you want. Do you have more?
yeah,
Is there more after this?
yeah, yeah. It's more. I
Let's
think
go
it's
on
more. No,
while
it's
we.
no, no. No, that's good. That's the last one. That's the last one.
All right, let's do Black Ash while we think about
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Let me throw the where did Discord go? All right, this is Black Ash. These are prototypes. So the 10 thing is
Ooh.
off the table. The prototypes. All right,
I'm going.
where are you
I'm
at?
going. I'm going Renegade. I like the burgundy on the Renegade. I used to wear it with the. I used to use the candy axe with her. So I like the Renegade with the candy axe. So yeah, I'm going Renegade on this one.
Um, I'm gonna go the other way, and
Hmm.
I think it's by a very small margin. I think both of these skins are very very close. The other one's more recognizable to me,
Yeah,
especially just playing creative. But that's just me personally. I think they're like I think they're like neck and neck, to be honest.
yeah,
But I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go assault. I think.
yeah. So the okay, so we each pick a card. That's what it is. Okay.
There's one more here.
Oh, bet.
And this will be interesting.
Mm, I'm actually gonna go. I think I'm gonna go recon expert.
Yeah, I'm definitely
Yeah,
going.
yeah, yeah. Just I like
Just
aerial assault trooper, but that would just be based. If I'm being honest, that would be based off of just
her domain
the
was
rarity, the
insane.
rarity for me. Yeah.
So like she had not come out, and everyone wanted her. And then when she came out, her popularity blew up.
Hmm.
People know that skin, even though it's OG, and many people don't know this one on the left compared to how many
Yeah.
people know the one on the right. Um,
Yeah.
Yeah, so for sure.
And
I agree with
it's,
that.
and it's tough because when it comes to Renegade Raider and Aerial Assault Trooper, they were made so well to be the season that's not a season, but yeah, Recon Expert, just a bucket hat, it just brings back mad nostalgia. Like this drink was super try hard. So yeah, Recon Expert on that one.
Both are dope though, for sure.
There
Both
you
are dope.
go. This is a major point right here that Smoked Out Turtle said. Like Aerial Assault Trooper is a cooler is cooler to a non-player, and I think that goes for a lot of things. Like I think there's cards that are more aesthetically pleasing or just looks better on card compared to what it represents in game, and I like those nuances. Those are my favorite ones right there because it happens to me a lot.
And I think that that provides more opportunity for us early collectors and gamers more than
Yep.
what's the finish line going to look like, because I
Yep.
think by the end of the day it's the biggest and the most collectors are going to be people who played the game
Hmm.
heavy. I mean that's just my guess.
Yeah.
um so I think that that's going to be where you get your leg up on the competition. I saw
Yeah.
that earlier with Series 1 and Series 2, where people were buying the skins that looked cooler, that meant nothing to
Hmm.
the game.
Yep.
So I take that as opportunity, in my
All right,
opinion.
you got a card. I got one that's gonna be, since Kari asked us. I guess I can
Are
give
we
one
doing
that.
what series are we doing? Do
Okay, good
they have to
point.
be the same series?
No series three. How about that? Nah.
No series
Okay,
3?
wait. Okay,
That's
how?
fine.
Dang. Yeah, we could do that. No series three. We can do
All
series
right,
one
we
and
can
series
do a
three.
series. We haven't done any series 3 really.
Okay, let's do series three then. I actually have one for series three if you want to do that. I have
Okay.
one.
All right, you name yours. I have a couple in my head. I want to make it
Yeah.
hard.
All right, I got one. Cyclo.
What's yours?
Cyclo.
Psycho?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thought you were gonna go with like something a little bit more. Oh man, Cyclo.
Mm-hmm.
All right, to get y'all's opinion against Cyclo, that's an interesting one. All right, I'm gonna go with Dang, you went Cyclo. All right, now is that one too? Oof, I have one. I feel like all right, this is a good one. Brutus.
It's on par. What y'all think? Cyclo versus Brutus.
Cyclo versus Brutus. Now, are we?
Without
We're
without
letting the
con with
community decide, right?
yeah, no context. Just Cyclo versus
Yeah,
Brutus,
no
no context.
context. That's up to you
Yeah,
guys, and see what y'all say.
yeah.
JL says Autumn Queen I paid 500 for isn't popular, Dylan. Sorry, it's not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to tell you.
I like what JL said.
You said Oro. He didn't say Oro. You say Oro or
I said
Cyclo?
Cyclo. Cyclo.
Yeah, he said Cyclo. Let me fill these up. This might be easier for people. Um, so this is the card that he's talking about is Cyclo.
Hmm.
So this one here. And then I said Brutus. So Cyclo versus Brutus.
Cyclo versus Brutus.
Man, there's a good amount of Cyclos out there. I'm I'm not gonna say which one.
Now, is it enough time?
Yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah.
Which one are you
So
going with?
Cyclo. So I think is the reason why I like what JL said. JL said Brutus, Midas connected. Uh, Midas wore Cyclo suit for the storm. So that is Midas suit that Jules, the engineer, created for him. So that's why I chose Cyclo.
Yeah. Not many people know that Cyclo is Midas.
Yeah, it's Midas suit. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I had to say that season, that was the coolest end to a
Yeah.
season. I was actually terrified of what was going to happen. We don't get
Yeah.
stuff like that. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it's like the water came up and was coming in like the storm. You could see the
Yeah.
sharks like swimming in the water as it was closing in like a storm. That was the coolest end of a season. I miss you,
Yep.
Donald Mustard. I miss you. I really
and
do.
And if y'all want a little extra tidbit on that, the Tempest is the original suit, and Jules put some sauce on that. So yeah, so Tempest
she
is
puts she put
yeah
she put some
she puts
sauce on it.
she put some sauce on it. So yeah, so that's why I went with Cyclo. But that is a bigger overarching aspect of Cyclo and Brutus, like Dylan chose. I'm gonna be real.
That
Most of series 3 is based off of chapter 2, season 2, and more than anything, hyper focused on Midas and that whole clan. So that's very interesting to me.
do you think that was on purpose?
I do. I do. And the reason why is because the same exact thing happened in the action figures. The same exact thing
Hmm.
around the same exact time. So, and it also it put things in perspective. I'm like, dang, if I watch a couple videos and you hear about like Justice League, you hear about the Marvel factions and all of these things. I'm like, the only pure faction that we have that came to some form of completion or the closest to it is anything that's dealing with Midas and Chaos Agent. That story, that era is the closest that we have to a pure faction that is came at least had some curiosity loops closed. And uh that's why I think Midas is so important. And I do think he's the most important Fortnite character outside of Jonesy.
Sheesh, man, that
Yeah,
is
yeah.
quite a testament to Midas, and I can't
He's
say I
that guy.
disagree. They really went all out for that battle
Hmm.
pass season.
Amazing.
You could tell that like Midas is someone that Don Mustard worked really really hard on,
Yeah.
and that unfortunately, who knows if we'll get to see the version that Donald Mustard planned for.
It's
But
gonna be
he
tough,
did all the
man.
legwork, right?
Yeah.
So he created the character. He got everybody in love with the character. So now it's up to Fortnite to just take it home.
And to your point, that's what usually happens. That when it comes to anything story, don't get me wrong, usually somebody that's telling stories like that grand, it usually they usually get a couple swings at bringing the story to completion, but I guess you could say that was the comic books. So this transition usually happens pretty early. Hopefully, um in this transition we do get some important moments.
Okay, so I got the duck duck thing going here. Why is there an ad? I don't want an ad. All right, there we go. Throw it up on here. Add it to stage. Can I make this like full screen? I did that once, right? Super full screen. There we go. All right, are you guys ready for the? I now just I'll go through this one more time. So I came here and I grabbed all of the people like at Get Hype, Chuga, Warfighter, Doctor Minter, Jesper, Richard, Samus, Crewman, Westrom, JT, Westrom again, yeah, Westrom, Pranksters, and Bone Sable, Mr. BS.
Mr.
Um,
BS.
all right, are you guys ready? Is everybody in? Does anybody need to be in this that didn't do it? Did you have time? We gave y'all 2 weeks, so
Yeah, yeah,
there's actually a
pretty
good
good.
amount of entries. I think we have like 12 here. So,
Yeah.
and do you want to show the cards? Do you have them with you?
Yeah, yeah, I have him with me. I got the camera focused on me,
Or don't worry, you
but
can just say what. Yeah, so he
but
has two
also,
screenshots.
yeah. So I'm pretty sure y'all know it better than me and Dylan. But it's 18, uh, 18, which is the one with all the pickaxes. Then it's 37, which is the one that has technique. And dang, I forgot the male version of his. What is his name? I can't remember it. But yeah. Oh wait a second here. It's the same on the back, but it's two different numbers. It's a 18 and 90.
Hmm.
Look at put that down real quick. That so is that I don't know if it's that way on the it might be that way. I never paid attention to it, but is that how it is in the actual set? But
The
it's different
same
on the
picture.
is that
Yeah,
how it
yeah.
is?
In the actual set,
That's
they
how it is.
reuse the picture on multiple cards.
Okay, so 18 and then 90.
Yeah.
So 90 has the Yeah, I'll show y'all the picture, but if y'all can't see it up from here, then I'll make sure you can choose and see the versions that you have. That's
Was that harsh, JL? My bad. I was trying to be
okay.
harsh.
Nah, that 2 weeks is abstract. Thank you, Black Ash.
All right, are y'all ready? We gave y'all 2 weeks in 1 minute and 9 seconds, so I feel like that's a good amount of time.
BS is a strong name. I think I gotta go with BS on this one.
All right, I'm pretty sure Black has to just give the prize to Richard because he wins everything. I'm gonna go with
And
JT because JT is gonna get back into cards
yeah,
and he's
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
start with the prototype. I think JT is
JL
gonna
JL
pull it
got
off.
Warfighter. JL got Warfighter. All right. The thing that worried me is Richard was in the back for a while, so he might do what he usually do. That's the scary part. Let's
I
see.
think JT's got this. I think he's got this.
He was in
Yeah,
the
see,
way
look,
back.
look at JT go, man.
Get
I
hype,
I
get
call him
hype a
like I
sneaky
see
one
him.
too.
I call him like I see him. I call him like don't get tired, JT. Don't get tired. He's
Oh,
not.
no.
He got
Oh
tired.
shoot. Jesper looking real strong
Yo,
right now.
JT, you gotta work on your swim stroke, dude. Dang, JT, come on. Oh
Oh
wait,
shoot.
second wind, second wind, second wind, second wind. Come on, JT, come on.
I called it. I
No,
called it.
no,
Oh
come on,
wait.
JT.
Called it, bro. Called
Second.
it. Called
Yo,
it.
yo, yo. How do you get first and I got second? That's wild.
Let's go.
Yo,
Be
we're pretty good at picking. If you
Bone
got
staple
first,
out here.
you got first, I got second. That's pretty crazy. Yo, shout out
uh,
to Bone Staple, and he's one who mentioned to everybody in the chat, "Hey, go do this, enter
he
in."
was,
He was
yeah.
looking out for everybody, so he deserves to win, man. That's like paying it forward. So
Bone
Bone
staple
Staple
DM
reach
me.
DM R3. Is it R3 Rips in Discord?
Yep.
Yeah. So I don't know if he's on right now.
Let me see.
Yeah. So it's
Just
R3
DM me, bro.
Rips. Right here. So go on the Discord and DM him. You guys know what I'm talking about. You said that's BS rigged. Black Ash, you weren't even in there, man. What does 8 place get? Oh man, I hadn't thought about that.
We'll get back to you. Get hype.
We have to get back to you.
We'll get back to you.
I was gonna try to give something else away too for like a second place prize, but I didn't put the work in, unfortunately, this week. But we'll do more giveaways. We got
Yeah,
more
for
giveaways
sure.
coming up.
For sure.
So all right,
Once
sweet.
again,
Now,
shout out to just last shout out to Liquid Age. That was dope. The run, seeing Black Ash, West Drum, Wayne, and it was one more. Was it one more after that, or was that it? I can't remember. Yeah, my
I can't
brain is
remember
not strong
either.
right now. I'm sorry.
Also, real quick,
Yeah,
who won? You or Westrums?
I
Westrums was pretty good.
West Drums was solid, and I think I might have to give it to West Drum because he did have Galaxy to go along with it. That was kind of fire. I'm not gonna lie. That was pretty dope. I'll happily take second place. I'll take that. We
Yeah, all right.
THG would take the second place happily.
Yeah, that works. I'm just glad that I didn't have to rip anything and that he had to take care of it all. So
Oh
shout out to
man.
that. I appreciate that. But no, that was really generous of Liquid Age. I've seen some
Yeah.
other stuff that he's been doing for like giveaways and stuff like that, and like he's been hooking
Yeah.
people up. So shout out to the community going strong.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna keep you guys too late tonight because I know
No,
everyone's
yeah.
dying to play this amazing new season. Um, so I think that's it unless you got anything else.
No, that's good.
As always, please reach out on Discord if you guys run into any troubles with the website and stuff. And then man, the Card Talk channel on Discord has been going crazy.
Crazy.
We're approaching 100 members on Discord. Um,
Hmm.
I do see a little like click clap
Yeah,
fighting going on, arguing.
love
Um,
taps. Love taps.
yeah, love taps. Just keep it semi-friendly if we can.
Yeah.
No name calling, stuff like that. Y'all can argue and have pointed opinions. I don't care about that. As long as we keep it semi PG-13 and not do name calling.
Yeah.
I feel like if we can do that, everyone can be happy. Um, I don't want to have to time people out. I don't want to be I don't
Yeah.
want to be a parent. You know what I'm saying? All right, guys. This was a good podcast. We'll catch you guys next Friday.
Have a good one, yo.